means what? It is an finance. So finance is a lifeblood for all economic activities such as trade, commerce, agriculture and industry. Then we saw about the commercial bank. Nearly there are 20 nationalized bank are there. Okay. So commercial bank means what? They just accept the deposits and grant loan. They also provide and short term and medium term loans for the public as well as for the businessmen. Then we saw about the functions of the commercial bank. So this functions which has been classified into three. One is an primary function, secondary function and other function. Then we saw about the role of an commercial bank in development of the economy. So under that we have nearly 6 to 7 headings how the commercial bank used to, that is which is needed to help the economy. Then we saw about the non-banking financial institution. So non-banking financial institution means what? Non-banking financial institution means they are not fully supervised by the central bank. Okay, they are not they are not having an fully banking license. But like in commercial bank, they also accept the deposits and grant loans. Then we saw about the functions of the central bank. So for all the commercial bank, the head is an central bank. So in our country, the central bank name is Reserve Bank of India, which has been established in 1935. Next we saw about the methods, that is credit control measures. See here how to reduce the credit. Okay, so we have two measures. One is an credit control measure, that is divided into two. One is general quantitative and selective qualitative. Okay, so under quantitative or general method, it has been divided into three. One is an bank rate policy, open market operation and variable reserve ratio. Bank rate policy means that it explains about the two, that when a bank will provide with the rate of interest. Okay, so they are following and two system. One is in cheap money and another one is in dear money. So cheap money means the rate of interest is low and dear money policy means the rate of interest is high. Next one, it is an open market operation. This open market operation is divided into two. One is in narrow sense and another one is in broad sense. So open market operation means buying and selling of government securities. So in narrow sense it explains about the government, but in broad sense it explains about the government as well as the private also. Next, variable reserve ratio, it has been divided into two. One is in cash reserve ratio, another one is in statutory liquidity ratio. Cash reserve ratio means that a bank should maintain, that each commercial bank should maintain a minimum reserves with the RBI. Statutory liquidity ratio means that each commercial bank should maintain a minimum balance, like in the form of gold, reserves or any other securities. Next we come to know about the qualitative or selective methods of credit control. So under the qualitative, that is it has certain quality, that RBI follows certain qualities like rationing of credit, direct action, moral persuasion, methods of publicity, regulations of consumer credit and then regulating the marginal requirement on security loan. Okay, now we will come to know about the Reserve Bank of India and rural credit. See here, Reserve Bank of India plays a major role. It is finance for everyone. So it used to finance for the government also. Now the major problem is in agriculture. So agriculture needs an credit. Okay, so agriculture needs and credit. So see here, Reserve Bank of India playing a very important, that is vital role in the provision of agriculture finance in the country. So bank has so much of responsibilities. Bank has so much of responsibilities in the field of agriculture. So it has provided, it has developed certain things, that is RBI set up and separate agriculture credit department, that is especially they have created a department for agriculture. So see here the functions of an agricultural agriculture credit department. So the first one, the main important, why this agriculture credit department which has been started, because to maintain an expert staff in the agriculture credit, that is how to provide a credit system for the farmers. Second one, to provide an expert advice for the central as well as for the state government and then state cooperative bank and other banking activities. Then third one, to finance especially this agriculture credit department which has been started, that is for the finance for the rural sector. Okay, so this is the most important function of the agriculture credit department. So later, so much of problems which has been started, and then so much of departments which has been arised, so like NABARD, and then agricultural rural credit which also has been established. So see here, now we will move to the agriculture refinance development corporation. The farmers who needs in India, who needs an money, okay, who needs an credit. So especially they needs an medium term and long term loans, because they face so much of difficulties in getting this types of loan, because there will be in so much of procedures to fill. But this is not so simple and easy for the farmers to get a medium term and long term loan. So only through one organization they have received a long term credit is a land development bank. But this land development bank which has not recorded which has not recorded not shown so much of recorded. Okay, so there is a lag between this land development bank. So in order to fulfill this gap, a famous, that is a great thing which has been arised, that is called as an agriculture refinance development corporation, which has been established by the parliament in the starting from July 1st 1963. Why this project which has been started? Because for the farmers to get an medium term as well as an long term loans. Okay, next we come to know about the objectives. Why this ARDC arised? So to provide a necessary fund, by way of refinancing to eligible institution. So the main objective of ARDC is that to provide a loan for the Central Land Development Bank, State Cooperative Bank and Schedule Bank. The second objectives of this ARDC is to subscribe the debentures floated by the Central Land Development Bank, State Cooperative Bank and Schedule Bank, and provided they were approved by the RBI. Okay, next we come to know about the RRB. So next we come to know about a regional rural bank. So this is the most important one, that is 20-point economic programs of Mrs. Indira Gandhi during the emergency was the liquidations of an rural indebtedness. That is, people suffer from debts. Okay, so to solve that, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she has created, that is, created a 20-point program for the development of rural agriculture. So this bank which has been established in 1975. So regional rural bank which has been set up in 1975. So the major share, that is, which has been subscribed by the central government, that is 50% of shares which has been given by central, and the state which has concerned only 15%, and the sponsoring by the commercial bank is 35%. Altogether 100% of shares which has been received by the RRB. So this RRB used to provide a loan for small scale industries, that is small and marginal farmers, agricultural laborers, artisans and small and entrepreneur for the development of agriculture, trade, commerce, industry and other productive activity in rural areas. Okay, so next we come to know about NABARD and its role in agricultural credit. See here, NABARD means what? So NABARD, a National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So this was established in July 1982. by the Act of Parliament and take over the function of ARDC, that is Agricultural Refinance Development Corporation. Okay, so after this this NABARD, which has been set up by the RBI. So the RBI extended and short-term seasonal credit and then medium-term and a long-term credit to agricultural through state cooperative bank and land development bank. So NABARD, which has a three-tier structure, one is in state cooperative bank, central cooperative bank and primary cooperative bank. Okay, so next we come to know about the functions of the NABARD. So see here, we have 7 functions of NABARD. So first function, NABARD act as a refinancing institution for all kinds of production and investment credit to agriculture. That is, NABARD just to provide a finance institution, that is credit institution for the agriculture through various sectors such as a small scale industry, cottage industry, village industry, handicrafts and rural crafts and real artisans and other allied economic activities. So why? Because they provide an loan, agricultural loan credit facilities, because to promote an rural development. Second functions of the NABARD, it provides an short term, medium term and long term credit to the state cooperative bank, RRB and LDBS and other financial institution which has been approved by the RBI. So second, that is NABARD provides an short term, medium term and a long term loan to the state cooperative. They provide loan to the state cooperative and then regional rural bank and land development bank and other financial institution also. They also use to provide and loan through the approval of the RBI. Next we come to know the third functions of the NABARD, that NABARD gives a long-term loan up to 20 years. They provide long-term loan up to 20 years to the state government to enable them to subscribe to the share capital of the cooperative credit society. So they provide an long-term loan. Next, fourth functions of the NABARD is that NABARD which gives a long-term loan to any institution which has been approved by the central government, that is RBI. So with the approval of the RBI only, the NABARD used to give a long-term loan. Okay, so next one, NABARD has a responsibility of coordinating the activities of the central and the state. So NABARD has an responsibilities. They have an responsibilities of coordinating the activities of the central as well as the state. Next, the Planning Commission, that is Niti Aayog and other all Indian and state level institution entrusted with the development of small scale industry, that is they want to promote and small scale industry, village cottage industry, rural crafts industries in the tiny and the decentralized sectors, that is through the Planning Commission they want to develop, that is they want to create and development in the village, cottage and rural craft industries in the tiny and the decentralized society. Okay, so this is the most important one. Then next one, sixth functions of the NABARD, it has a responsibility to inspect an RRB and cooperate banks other than primary cooperative banks. So NABARD has a responsibilities to inspect that RRB and cooperative banks. So they have provided a loan as a long-term loan to these banks. So they have to inspect, they have the responsibility to inspect these banks. Next one, to maintain and research and development of funds to promote research in agricultural and rural development. The most important one, that they have maintained certain amount of fund for research, for the research and development for in the agricultural development. So that amount which has been allocated only for the development of the agriculture. Okay, so just recap, see here the functions of the NABARD. So the first function, the NABARD used to provide, that is they refinance the refinancing institution for all kinds. They do an investment credit to agriculture, that is for certain sectors like small scale industry, cottage industry, village industry, handicraft and rural craft and real artisans and other economic activities. Why? Because to development of for the development of for the rural development. Second one, this NABARD used to provide and short term, medium term and long term credit to the state cooperative RRBs and LDBS. Next, NABARD used to give a long term loan with the approval of long term loan to the state government, that is 20 years loan which has been given to the state government with the approval of the central government. Next, NABARD used to give a long-term loan to the state government as well as to the other cooperative credit societies also. Next, NABARD has a responsibility and coordinate the activities between the state and the central. And then they want to develop the village cottage industry, small scale industry and rural craft and industry in the tiny and decentralized sectors. Next functions is that NABARD has a responsibility to inspect an RRB and cooperative banks other than primary cooperative banks. Then NABARD used to allocate certain fund for the research and development in the agricultural development. Okay. Next we come to know about an Reserve Bank of India and industrial finance. So see here this same how NABARD used to provide and loan for the agriculture, the same as it is the Reserve Bank of India used to provide and loan for the industries also. So here an industrial finance corporation which has been established in July 1948, that is to provide an assistance to the industrial concern. So now we come to know about the functions of the industrial finance corporations of India. So see here, that is it provides and long term loans, that is industrial finance corporation used to provide and long term loan both in rupees as well as in a foreign currency. Then they will underwrite of equity preference and debentures issues. So through this also they will provide loan by underwriting equities, preference and debentures. Then they also provide subscribing to equity, preference and debentures issues also. Then fourth one, that industrial finance corporations of India guarantee the deferred payment whatever, that is machineries which has been imported from the abroad. So they will use to guaranteed the deferred payment. Next one, then whatever the loan which has been raised from the foreign currency, that also which has been guaranteed by the IFCI. So these are the 5 functions. So let us see. First one, long term loan both in rupees and foreign currency. Second one, it is an underwriting of equities, preference and debenture issues. Next one, subscribing to equity, preference and debentures issues. So they used to underwrite and subscribing. Then guaranteed, that is what machineries which has been imported, for that also IFCI used to guarantee the deferred payment, that is with the interest they will pay. Next one, then IFCI used to guarantee of loan raised in the foreign currency from foreign financial institutions also. Okay. So up to this I will stop. The remaining will be continued in the next class. So just a recap what we saw today. So today we saw about an Reserve Bank of India and rural credit, that how Reserve Bank of India provides and loan for the agriculture. Then we saw about the Agricultural Refinance Development Corporation. So why Agricultural Refinance Development Corporations which has been introduced. Then we saw about the objectives of ARDC, and then we saw about the Regional Rural Bank. Then we saw about the NABARD and its role of agricultural credit. So NABARD means it is an national National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, which was established in July 1982. Then we saw about the functions of the NABARD. Nearly it has 7 functions. So first function it is that NABARD used to refinance. It provide loans for the small scale industry, cottage industry, village industry, handicraft, and other real artisans. Why? Because they provide loan for the why they provide loan? Because for the development, that is for the development for the rural development. Then next one, it provides an short term, medium term, as well as a long term loan credit to the state cooperative bank, regional rural bank, and the land development bank. Then NABARD provides a long term loan up to 20 years to the state cooperative bank. Then NABARD provides a long term loan with the approval of central government. Then NABARD has a responsibility to coordinate the central as well as the state, and also to develop the small scale industry, cottage industry, village industry, and then tiny and decentralized sector. Then NABARD has a responsibility to inspect RRB and cooperative bank. Then NABARD used to maintain certain amount for the research and development in agriculture. Then we saw about the Reserve Bank of India and industrial finance, the same as it is for the development of the agriculture. The Reserve Bank of India used to provide and loan. The same like RBI also used to grant and loan for the industrial development. The same as it is Reserve Bank of India provide and loan for the industrial finance. So industrial finance corporations, which has been established from on July 1st 1948 for the it provides assistance to the industrial concern. So it has 5 functions. So one is a long term loan both in rupees and foreign currency, and then through the underwriting of equity, preference and debentures issues also, that is through this equities also they will provide a loan. Then subscribing an equity, preference and debentures issues also, through this also the IFSI used to provide and grant and loan. Then granting the deferred payment in respect of machineries which has been imported, that is whatever the machineries which has been imported from the abroad, for this also IFCA used to grant an deferred payment. And then granting loan whatever it is, that is in foreign currency from foreign financial institution, the loan which has been raised, that is also IFCA used to grant and loan. Okay, so up to this lesson is this topic which is over. In the next class we will see about the monetary policy, monetary objectives. Thank you, students.